Greetings everyone and welcome back to the RobeTheMatoran channel, or welcome to if this is your first time here. And today we're looking at set number 75382, and that is the UCS TIE Interceptor. This set retails for $230 USD. I am not sponsored by LEGO. This set also contains 1,931 pieces and only has one minifig, kind of typical for a UCS set, but today hopefully I will help you decide if you want to pick this set up or not. Looking at the front of the box, it's just your typical UCS box art that we've been seeing for the past couple of years now, just your standard set image and the black background and slight little highlight glow in it as well. Nothing too special there. On the side of the box, there's actually this really good image of the top angle of the TIE Interceptor, and then on the back of the box it's just another angle of the TIE Interceptor, and on the side, on the right side, there's just some images of different positions that it could be in, and there's a screenshot of the movie showing the TIE Interceptor. Kind of hard to see it, it's kind of vague, but you can see it. And then on the bottom left corner there is the dimensions, so you know how big it is, so that's always good to see. With the opening of the box, you are greeted with 22 numbered bags, a decently sized sticker sheet, and you have an instruction manual, and of course the plaque, which has some issues. If I'm being totally honest, it's a bit scratchy and already damaged because they have this new way they wanted to do the plaque for this one for some weird reason, but more about that later on in the video. I forgot to mention before that the instruction manual has these really nice images and like artwork in here, and obviously some information about the TIE Interceptor. And this is the same designer who made the TIE Interceptor, the UCS TIE Interceptor from 2000 and the UCS X-Wing. I'm pretty sure everyone knows that, but I just had to put it here because I just have to say that I know it as well. And there's some amazing artwork, I swear. Like, it's actually kind of crazy how good the artwork is actually in this instruction manual, and just showing these crazy good images, and just it's really nice to look at. I just had to really point that out. After roughly 8 hours of building, the TIE Interceptor is now complete, and gotta say, this looks amazing. I'm so serious when I say that I typically didn't even care for a TIE Interceptor, but after building it and seeing it in person and seeing all the images, this is such a good set. Like, there's a lot of detail that went into this set. Like, they really cared about this and really crafted a really nice set here. Like, I know UCS sets are typically just like really good sets, but I feel like, funny enough, I feel like the smaller UCS sets are sometimes a bit better than the bigger ones because they're a lot more structurally sound and a lot more carefully crafted, because with the big ones you kind of can't even pick it up too much. It's kind of like wobbling everywhere, and for this it's like there's no pieces falling off. Like, you pick this thing up, there's no pieces gonna slide off or anything like that. But kind of getting up ahead of myself, I want to bring it back and now talk about the main details, starting with the wings. Like, the wings are amazingly good. Like, they're just super big, super wide, of course, would you expect from a UCS set, and there's just a lot of detail and greebling on the side, like where the struts are at on the side of the wing, and it's just such great detail. And there's so much detail that it's hard for me to even say it in words because there's just so much of it. I noticed on the side there's these little shovel pieces that's on both sides of the wing, like in the front, and that's because I know that the original UCS TIE Interceptor had that, because just limited pieces, and it just looks good. It actually just works for what it is. So honestly, there's no complaint there, because if the piece works, then why even change it? Moving slightly along, just wanted to talk about now like the cockpit, the main canopy piece of the set itself. And there's obviously tremendous amount of detail. Like, I really like the windscreen piece. I think that's actually my favorite part of the set, because I just really like how it looks like at the front of it. I'm not a big fan of the side part. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it has these like little controller pieces that they put stuck on the side. Like, I can't help but see a controller right there, and I know they were trying to add that for detail, but I don't know, for me it just looked like a controller, which that's really what it is. So when I see it, it's like, I feel like it's an unnecessary detail, but it's fine. I mean, it's not like it's going to absolutely destroy the set ever. I mean, of course not, but I just feel like probably could have put something else there, but regardless of that, it still looks really good. Now, unfortunately, I will have to say that despite it being really good and have all these round and smooth texture to it, and there's no like open like stud pieces, too many of them, it kind of makes the canopy look really lumpy, if that makes sense to you. Like it's not really this super like round spherical look. It's kind of lumpy all around. Like you can look all around the whole thing, and it's like it's a bit like it's like there's lumps. Like it's almost like how you have with dough. Like, you know, you don't have this perfectly smooth spherical dough piece that's kind of like lumpy if you didn't do it right, if it's like too much flour. But I'm getting off topic. But it just, like, I know they probably could have implemented a few more pieces to possibly smooth it out, but I don't know. It looks a little strange, but it's not the worst thing ever. But I can't help but see it being it's a little lumpy. It's a ball and it's a little lumpy looking, but aside from that, there's this nice looking cockpit piece and this lid to open up to get to the cockpit. It's a really nice round, I want to say tile dome piece. And it's all printed, of course, and it looks really good. And of course, you open up from the top and look into that cockpit. Now, I will say that the cockpit is a little hard to see in there because it's so dark. Like, it's all black and red, and there's some nice detail, and this is where all the stickers pretty much go. Like, all the stickers that you see in this set, it goes in there. So you kind of take care of the sticker problem pretty early on, so you're not like bombarded with stickers throughout the build. It's like, put a sticker here, put a sticker there. No, you do the cockpit piece first, so, and like the interior especially, so the stickers are pretty much all in here, and they don't look bad, but it kind of makes you think, could they have just been printed? But that's not the debate I'm talking for today, so that's just kind of like however you feel about that. I'm kind of indifferent on it, but it still looks good. Like, the stickers they put in there, it looks good, and it's not too many stickers, so it's not like you're losing your mind over it, but still is what it is. But it does the job. It makes it look good. It has this nice, almost cozy kind of look in there. Like, I really like how it just looks kind of comfy just to sit in there and fly it around, of course. Now we get to probably the most uninteresting part of the entire review, and that is looking at the plaque. Not the UCS plaque, but just a plaque. We get the 25 years of LEGO Star Wars plaque here, or brick, I should say. It's a brick. And we've seen it before. It's nothing all that special. I really don't even care for it. I don't even know why you even put it in the set. I mean, I know it's 25 years, but don't really care for it. Next up is the one minifig that we get in this set, and that is just the TIE pilot here. And I think for the most part, he's not really exclusive except for the arm printing, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think that's really about the only thing that makes him super exclusive is just the arm printing. And honestly, I'm not too crazy about the minifig, honestly. Just the few times I don't care for the minifig because it's pretty simple and standard, and I just don't really care for it. I'm actually really here for the set this time. Rare, I know, shocker. But I actually just prefer the set. I don't really care for the minifig. And there's a little mouse droid, which I really don't have any idea of why they decided to put that in. I don't have an iota of an idea of why they put that here. Just because they said, why not, honestly. And honestly, it just kind of makes the plaque, or the display stand and the plaque where everything is at, just kind of feel cluttered because it's just got all this stuff here. Like, you got the minifig, then the 25 years brick, and then the mouse droid. It's like, just a lot of stuff here. Doesn't ruin it, just it's a lot of stuff, and we could probably omit some of the stuff there, like the mouse droid for one, and then the brick, the 25 years brick. So stuff that I personally didn't really care about for the set. And honestly, they didn't really have to include a minifig if this is what they was going to give us. Like, I know it makes sense, but didn't really need it. But regardless, they gave us to us, and I'm not going to say no to a minifig. Now it's time to talk about the plaque itself, the TIE Interceptor plaque, and I have to say that it doesn't look good. Like, that reflecting part they did to it, I just say, why did they do that? That completely ruined it. Like, yes, it's nice that it's printed, and yes, it has the little dimple in the middle because, of course, the to print something like that on these very big tile pieces, it requires just a little, just some caveat to it, unfortunately. But like when you compare it to other plates and just how it looks, like I prefer the matte finish over this really shiny reflective look, because then it gets the plaque really scratched up and it just doesn't look good. Not to mention that it don't look that good. I feel like this is almost like a hybrid. Like this was almost like an in-between design between like the matte finish and then the shiny look with like what they used to have to put the stickers on it, and that's kind of what it feels like. But I could be wrong. But maybe this is like an early design and it's kind of had this idea for the tie interceptor maybe, and they just threw it in and said, here you go, we'll see how this works. And it obviously was very poorly received. So obviously I hope they don't do this ever again with UCS sets. Please don't not do this. I'd rather you go back to the stickers if this is the best you can do with prints, and you're gonna have the shiny and it's gonna get all scratchy and messy, and just don't ever do it again, Lego. And of course, before I wrap things up, I want to do a comparison to a few other sets. Like I want to do with the small tie interceptor they released, I believe last year, was it? I can't remember, but the small tie interceptor, it looks good still. Like, you know, honestly, if you just have the small one, like that's still a good set to have. Like you don't really need the UCS one unless you just really want it. But regardless, just a fun little comparison. And then of course I have to compare it with its sister counterpart or brother, depends on whatever way you want to look at it. But with the UCS X-Wing, made by the same creator, it just looks so well together. Like this is just a unit. Like if you have both these sets, they look so good together. Now of course, if you had to pick between which one to get, I'm leaning towards the tie interceptor because it just, I don't know, it really pops to me more, and I just like it more than the X-Wing. But again, great sets. Both of these are great sets and they look good side by side. And the final comparison I did with the UCS Venator, and this thing is obviously huge. I already did a review of that. Go check that out if you're interested in my thoughts on that. But it's super crazy how the size difference is on that, because the Venator is like really almost like it could really smash that tie interceptor because it's obviously so massive. Of course, I'm comparing a $200 set, $230 set to a $650 set. Of course, it's obviously going to be, one's going to look dramatically different and bigger in size, of course, and as it should. But it's just crazy to see that they're both in the UCS lineup, and just to see a couple hundred more dollars will dramatically transform a size of a set, and it definitely shows right here. Alright, so what do I think about the UCS tie interceptor? Is it worth buying? Should you pick this up? Obviously yes, you should pick this up. Maybe wait for a sale, you can, or if you have some insider points on the Lego website, maybe use that to kind of like get a discount, use that or whatever. But I say, yeah, this is a good set. Like really one of the better UCS sets, I personally say, in my opinion. Like I think this is one of the best ones they ever made because it's just really good and well crafted and well put together. I mean, of course there's some small little nitpicks here and there, but mainly with that plaque. But honestly, it's still a great set to get. So the score I give it is a 9.3. Like it's really good. It could have been a 10 or higher on the 9-point average. Only small things that I would say could have really fixed it, like again with the plaque, and maybe probably take out some of those the mouse droid and the anniversary brick, because just felt like it was just unnecessary and kind of cluttered up where the plaque itself is at. As much as I don't like it, I would like to still display it because it still does look nice if you don't shine anything on it. And maybe fix out some of those rough parts, like some of those lumpy looking parts of the interceptor. But other than that, like it's still a good set. Like a 9.3, that is nothing to scoff at. That is like really high on that list. That is a really good set if I give it that high of a rating. So 9.3, that is my score. Tell me what you guys think of this set and what score you'll give it down in the comments section below, and I'll read every single comment. And thank you all so much for watching, and I shall bid you all adieu.